What's going on, guys? It's Heath from Nonstop Progress, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 different performance enhancers that will definitely promote your ability to play on the field. Okay, so now the first supplement I want to talk about is protein. It's commonly regarded as the most important supplement that everyone should be consuming, and I do truly believe that every single footballer should be consuming this because it is really hard to get all of your protein intake for the day in solid food alone. Every single morning that I wake up, I always have the same thing. It's a protein smoothie because protein smoothies always digest a whole bunch quicker than having solid food. This is important to realize because the protein gets into your bloodstream a lot quicker, which therefore it affects your muscles a lot faster than solid food would, because solid food has to digest for like 2 to 3 hours. If you've ever calculated your calories before, you understand that your protein requirements are probably in the mid to low 100s, around 120 grams per day, right? So imagine trying to eat 5 chicken breasts, 6 chicken breasts, because there's 24 grams in a chicken breast. So imagine trying to eat 5 of them, basically. That's how much you'd have to eat every single day to be able to get to your protein intake requirements. However, protein powder is a more effective way to be able to get all of your protein in a very short amount of time. And it's a lot more time sensitive because of the fact that cooking a chicken breast actually takes, work instead of just taking powder and putting it into a jar of water and shaking it up and drinking it. Now, the second performance enhancing supplement I want to talk about is coffee and caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant that helps to stimulate the central nervous system and reduce drowsiness and to support alertness. Basically what this does is it helps to improve overall athletic performance around 2 to 3% is what scientific studies say. But the point is that basically it helps you to be more alert and helps you to be able to output more from a muscular endurance standpoint for longer. I personally drink coffee every single day, and it helps me to stay alert. It helps me to output really high intensity sessions, for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so basically this is one of those things that everyone knows about it, just like they know about protein. Caffeine is one of those things that I think everyone should take if they can handle it and if they're above the age of 18. Something that's very important to keep in mind here is that over time, your tolerance to caffeine will increase. In other words, this means that the more time that you spend taking caffeine, the more caffeine that it will take for you to get the same effect. And this is an issue because if you don't control the amount of caffeine that you intake, then over time you will start to see yourself consuming more and more and more caffeine, and this can reach dangerous levels. The average caffeine consumption is between 300 and 500 milligrams a day. I know this sounds like a lot, but if you think about it, some individuals drink coffee in the morning and drink coffee midday to keep them going on into the afternoon. Make sure, and I only recommend to only consume caffeine in the morning to help you give the extra boost in the morning because you are tired from sleeping, and it helps to reduce drowsiness. So use it for that purpose and not just because you want the stimulatory energy effect. I recommend keeping your intake of caffeine below 300, way below 300, probably below 200, but make sure that you keep it as low as possible and only use it for the fact that it gets you woken up and it keeps you alert for when you're training. Now, the third and final supplement that I want to talk about is called beta-alanine, and it's produced in the liver and the body, and it's also found in multiple different animal meats. And this is basically a non-essential amino acid that helps to promote muscular endurance during high intensity exercise. Long story short, lactic acid reduces your ability to output high intensity efforts. What beta-alanine does is it supports the production of carnosine, which buffers the ability for your body to produce lactic acid. I know that was a little bit confusing, but basically what this means is that beta-alanine helps to reduce the amount of lactic acid your body produces whenever you're doing sprints and high intensity, training. And what this does is it practically makes it to where you can go longer at these high intensity levels of training. Beta-alanine, in many scientific studies, has a lot of evidence to show that over time it improves the adaptive response that athletes have seen in overall recurring sprints, jumps, and endurance efforts. And this just goes to show about the evolving scientific research that we have so that we can utilize this to help our performance on the pitch. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more weekly soccer and fitness content, and definitely stay tuned for tomorrow on Instagram. I'm going to be dropping the nonstop nutrition program tomorrow at 1 p.m. Definitely check that out, and I will see you all next week. Peace.